guys, so I was editing this video and I totally forgot to do an intro to this video, and I feel like such an idiot. So now I'm filming the intro to this video, and this video, of course, you already know by the title, is going to be on the new L'Oreal La Matte Nude palette. And this is the first one. They do have two of them, but I could only find this one at my Walmart, so I decided just to pick this one up for now and do some kind of review for you guys, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people interested in wondering what the hype is going to be about this palette. So yeah, if you guys want to see a full eye look tutorial with this and my thoughts on it, then please keep watching. Okay, so I haven't even opened this palette up yet because I wanted to do this for you guys. And I already did my whole face and everything. I just did my foundation and my brows, which I do have a full-on brow tutorial, so I will link it right here. And I do also have a foundation routine, but it was more like my fall foundation routine, and I am going to do an updated like summer one, so keep a lookout for that. And yeah, I did my blush and my bronzer and everything except for my eyes, because I wanted to focus the tutorial mainly around this palette. So I'm going to go ahead and open this palette up for the first time. I haven't even swatched it or anything, because like I said, I wanted to kind of save it for the video. So the palette, when you first open it, looks like this, which is really, really nice. I have a feeling that these are going to be pigmented. They look really pigmented. And then I didn't even know, but it comes with a little brush, which I didn't expect to be all fancy, but I guess it'll still do. We will see how it works. I'll try to use it maybe. You get 10 colors in here, and this palette, I found it at my Walmart. I wanted to get the second one as well, but I only found the first one. That's the only one that they had in stock, so I decided to pick this one up. Besides, the two looks kind of more on the cool side of eyeshadows, and I really don't like cool toned eyeshadows. So yeah, I just really wanted to play with this one, and I heard this is a good dupe for like the naked palettes, which I kind of compared it to it when I first got it in the packaging, and I couldn't really tell, but this looks like if it was a dupe, it would be like for the naked 2 instead of the 1, because it has like these cool toned browns in here, which are really, really pretty. The first thing I'm gonna do is prime my eyelids with my MAC soft ochre paint pot. I always say this wrong in like all of my videos, but it's almost gone, and I've literally had this for like a whole year. I keep having to like mix it because it keeps like kind of drying out on me, but I use this every single day, and it's lasted for a really, really long time. And I like how it's kind of like a concealer, because it also like conceals my veins on my eyes really nicely. The only thing I don't like about this primer is that you have to use an eye cream before you use this, because if not, it will pick up the dryness on your eyelid, and it will make your eyelids look like really scaly or something. I don't know, it's really weird. It like clings to dry spots really bad, and on this eye it's clinging a little bit, but once you put the eyeshadows, it doesn't really like show up. But the fact that I know that it's clinging to my dry spots on my eyes just annoys the crap out of me, so just keep that in mind if you're having problems. I'm going to go in with, I guess, this first color right here. This is like a matte white color. That looks like really pigmented. I usually go with a white base first, because it makes your other eyeshadows easier to blend. So I usually take this fat Equal Tools brush, and I kind of just get it in there like that. I try to pack on a lot because I like it to blend when it comes to our crease colors. So I kind of just go from the eyelashes all the way up. I really like that it has a matte highlight color, because I don't really like shimmery too much unless I'm doing an all matte eye. Then I will do shimmery on the brow bone, because I don't like when it's all shimmer. So that color blended pretty good. I'm gonna go and take I think I'm gonna take this color right here. I wish these had names on them. Let's see. Okay, so this is number 3 on the palette, so I'm gonna take number 3 right here, and I'm just gonna take that on a big fluffy brush, so my Sephora fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna kind of go into the crease with this. This is gonna be our transition shade. By the way, I did not plan this look or anything. I'm just kind of just playing with it and kind of winging the look that I want to do because I have no idea what kind of look I want to do. So far, these eyeshadows are pretty pigmented. Like you could really see that color. I don't know if you can see it on my camera, but in person I could really see the brown, or the like, it's kind of like more on the taupier side. It kind of reminds me of the purple color that's in the Naked 2 palette. I forgot what it's called, but it kind of reminds me of that color, but it's a little bit more warmer on the eyes. In the pan it looks a lot more cool tone, but then on the eyes it's a lot more like warm, which I really like. Now we're gonna go into the like actual crease, but I want to get a little bit more precise because I want to see how these eyeshadows actually work. So I'm going to take one of the new brushes I actually got from BeautyCon. They had crown brushes there, so I got some of their brushes, and this is the C46 brush, and it's kind of like a tapered blending brush. I don't know if you guys can see that. Or you know what, I'm going to go back in with this color, which is number 4, with that big fluffy brush again, this one. And I'm going to go a little bit darker with my transition color because I think I want to do like a more darker smoky eye. These colors are like pretty pigmented, at least the matte ones are. We're going to play with the shimmers in a second, because I really want to see how those are going to work. Okay, so I'm going to go with that crown brush, the more precise brush, and I'm going to take this one, which is number 6. So this color right here, this dark taupey brown. I'm going to take a tiny bit of that because I have a feeling this is going to be like super pigmented. And I'm just going to take that right into the socket of my... I don't know if this is showing up on camera, but I could definitely see the pigmentation in my mirror right here, and I'm kind of impressed because normally drugstore eyeshadows, they're basically what you pay for. The quality might not be that good, but this palette wasn't even that much, and the pigmentation is like high value wise. Like I feel like this palette, if I was to close my eyes and somebody was to put this palette on me, I would think it was a high-end palette. I'm gonna go back in with that Sephora blending brush, and I'm just gonna kind of blend out that crease color. And then I'm going to go back in with another crown brush. This is the C200, and it's like a big, well, this is more like a tapered blending brush. And I'm going to go in with that number 6 again. Just to kind of blend it and diffuse it. I'm going to take this one on a small, I guess you would call this like a flat shading brush. And then this one is from Crown Brushes as well, but it doesn't have the number on it for some reason. But it's one of the Crown brushes that I got from BeautyCon. And I'm going to take that gold. I think I'm going to mix it. Yeah, I think I'm going to mix it. I'm going to take this gold and then this gold, because I don't want it to be too dark. I want it to be like a nice light gold. I'm going to kind of just place this right on the lid. So even the shimmery eyeshadows are pretty pigmented. I'm just taking like that much on my brush. I don't know if you guys can see that, and it's like pretty pigmented. I didn't think the shimmery eyeshadows were going to be that pigmented. I thought they were going to be a little bit choppy or chalky, but they're not. So far, I'm liking it. I'm just going to deepen it up just a tiny bit. So I'm going to take my Sephora, what brush is this called? This is the Airbrush Crease Brush, and it's kind of like the Crown brush, but this one's a little bit more fluffier. And I think I'm going to take this color again. This is the number 7. And I'm going to kind of deepen out the outer V. and then bring it back into the crease. And I'm going to go back in with my highlight shade for my brow bone, and I'm taking the Sephora Airbrush Shadow Brush. And I'm going to take that first matte eyeshadow that we used all over our lid for our brow bone. Actually, this color isn't even matte. I thought it was matte, but it's kind of like, I don't know if you guys can see that. It's kind of like a satin finish, but on the eyes it comes out a little bit more matte than it looks in the pan. I don't have any fallout from the eyeshadow, which is really nice because I was working with some shimmery eyeshadows. I do have a little bit of fallout like right here, like kind of where my tear duct is, but that's about it. I really like it. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to my lower lash line. I think I'm going to take this brush right here. This is the Equal Tools. I don't know, you can get this from Walmart. It's a dual-ended brush. One side is like really fluffy, like a precision crease brush, and then the other side is just kind of like a defining under the eye kind of brush. So I'm going to take this dark color right here, which is number 7, and I'm going to kind of dip it in there, and then I'm going to kind of put this right on the lower lash line. I'm going to go ahead and blend it out with this color right here. This is number 3. And I'm going to take this on the fluffy shader brush or shadow brush, and I'm going to just really blow this out. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and throw on some lashes. I'm going to throw on the Kiss lashes. These are the number 11s, and I actually only have one more left. I get these from Walmart, and I know H-E-B sells them as well. I kind of like these better than the Ardell Wispies because the ends of them kind of just like flare out. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop these on, then I'll be back to tell you guys my final thoughts and opinions on this palette. So I zoomed you guys in so you could see more closer to my eyes, like the eyeshadow. I really like how the eye came out. It's kind of a little bit more neutral than I was expecting to go, but I can always play up this palette, and if you guys want to see more tutorials with this, definitely let me know. So I really like it. I think that the drugstore is definitely stepping up their game when it comes to palettes now. I thought Maybelline was stepping up their game, but actually I think this palette is a lot more better than the even Maybelline one. I haven't tried that one for myself, but I've heard that it's not that pigmented and it is what you pay for. But this one I feel like it's so much more like higher quality. I would think that this is like a high-end palette, and it really reminds me of the Naked 2 palette from Urban Decay, and I really like how sleek it is, and I also like how it has a mirror, which I actually didn't know until I was like kind of playing with it. So yeah, I really like it. The only thing I wish is that I wish it had names on the actual palette for like beauty vloggers. But other than that, I really like it. I was playing with the brush a little bit, and I don't really like the brush. The only part of the brush I like is this part for like the inner tear duct or whatever. But as far as the lid goes, I would just use your regular brushes if you have any, and if not, you can always get some like elf brushes or something. But yeah, I really like it. Every color in here that I played with was super pigmented. I didn't get to play with these darker colors, but the darker colors do look pretty pigmented as well. And then of course the colors that I did use were super pigmented. Other than that, I really love this palette, and I think everyone should go and check it out because it's amazing for being at the drugstore. I really like it. Now I kind of want to get the 2, but we will see. If you guys want me to get that one and do the same thing, like a review or anything, definitely let me know down below because I would love to. And yeah, I think this is a really good gift to give to somebody that's starting off with makeup as well, or even if you want an eyeshadow palette that's similar to the Naked 2 palette. It's a lot more cheaper than the original, and I feel like the quality of these eyeshadows are pretty up there with the Urban Decay. So go ahead and check it out. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.